Hey everybody, Pandi here. What up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, happy Friday. Welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. I apologize. I'm a few minutes late. I'm just coming home from work. Had to hop right on into this thing. TGIF. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. Friday is finally here. And we are ready to get right into today's brief conversation about boundaries. So let me see who's all in the building. Who's in the building? I'm not on camera, guys, but I'm going to come on camera real quick so y'all can see I'm a real person. I'm literally in my workout clothes because as soon as I end this live, I am going to be doing my workout. Mm-hmm. So I look kind of crazy, y'all, because it's hot here. Hey, going back behind the avatar, guys. All right, all right, all right, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, whether there's people here or not. Hopefully, someone will join. If not, that's cool too. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. If we are already chat family, welcome back. I am your girl Pandi of Pandi's Hair, Candy, and More, as well as the Simply Pandi Show. And over here, for the most part, my channel is based on hair care, both natural hair as well as wigs. I am a former licensed cosmetologist, and I do a lot of product reviews and product hauls on natural hair care products as well as different wigs. I am a woman of age 40 plus, so I try to showcase and kind of highlight a lot of products for women of that age range. However, there's a lot of product in there for everybody. Hey, Miss Florella, good evening and happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for coming by. How you doing? You see, I got my workout clothes on. I'm looking kind of crazy, but it's all good. My job, we are starting this 30-day squat challenge. So I'm going to be doing mines from home and I'm going to be recording it and trying to edit it and sharing it on the channel. Cause yeah, your girl needs to get this COVID pudge off. So I am going to be working on it and we're starting it on April 1st. We're going to try to go strong all the way up through um May 1st. Oh, happy birthday, Miss Full Roller. You're good for another year older. I know that's right. Happy birthday, Miss Full Roller. I need to write down all the members' birthdays somewhere. Is your birthday today, Miss Full Roller, or was it yesterday? I feel like it's today. so that I can start doing something for the members on their birthdays. Today, oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. To the best year you've ever had. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. And the best year you've ever had. Look, I took it way back. Happy birthday, Miss Full Roller. Look, like I can sing. But I tried. I am writing that down. Oh, man. So, okay. So, as part of my revamp of this channel and trying to break the procrastination habit, I am trying to stick to coming live every Friday evening at my normal time of 7 p.m. That was a time that I had been doing drop the link live streams for a little over a year. And I don't know if most of you all are familiar with Drop the Link. It was a cross support network, a team of us that we were kind of helping one another with sharing one another and growing each other, family members by cross supporting. So we're no longer doing that. And so I don't want to freak the algorithm out by just having that empty space when it was used to me having that space that I was going live. So this works perfectly. It is a little tough for me when I work later. Like I said, I literally just came in the door about maybe 45 minutes ago. I changed into my workout clothes and pinned my hair up and was like, okay, the show must go on. I think I was 2 minutes late, so I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to cut out the procrastinating, which I did a video on this week. You're so welcome. Um, and then I'm trying to stay consistent with the different topics. So on these Friday night lives, I am going to be having topics and conversations, and I would love if everyone in the chat could kind of participate. And also, if you have the ability to do so, please share them out. This is just a way for me to connect. There is no rhyme or reason. And for those of you who have been with me for a moment, y'all already know where I'm at in the country. My Wi-Fi sucks whenever I try to share out my screen. Like if I try to bring something up and share it while I'm live, for whatever reason, it causes buffering and freezing. And then also when I try to bring people up onto the panel with me, it causes sucky. I don't know what it is, but it just is horrible. And I did that last Friday. I brung Shore Shannon and Web Savvy up, and we had such a great conversation, but I was lagging like almost 5 minutes behind. So every time when I watched the playback, it looked like I was just talking all over them. It was a hot mess. And I don't want to take it down because your girl need them hours. But I just was like, okay, I'm not going to do that today. So we just going to talk. I'm going to talk up here, and y'all can talk to me from down there. That would be great. Greatly appreciated. And then until I can figure it out. Now I was using my VPN browser, so I think that had a lot to do with it too, but we gonna just try to get through this and see what happens. Hello, MJ. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Team Happy. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all coming in. So again, today's topic is going to be all about boundaries. Okay. And I just want to talk to y'all about it because this is some real life stuff that I've been dealing with. And like I said, I've been trying to revamp my channel, trying to not necessarily niche it up to the point where it's only about one specific thing, but just trying to get some order and some control. Because I've been on this platform for entirely too long, and I really feel like I should be further ahead, but I feel like my wheels was spinning in way too many different directions. Okay. So I'm just trying to get it back under control. And as I learn different things, I like to come and share them. Y'all know I like to run my mouth. So tonight, I'm just going to be talking about 10 great things that happen when you do figure out the importance of setting boundaries for yourself. We obviously can't all be all things for all people. Okay. So we got to get in where we fit in and do what we can. All right. So I'm going to just be sharing some information and I would love your feedback in the chat. If you are here visiting for the first time, please feel free to drop down and join in the conversation. Now, you will have to subscribe to the channel and be a subscriber for a minimum of 5 minutes, okay, in order to participate in the conversation. And if you enjoy the conversation, I would hope that you go ahead and subscribe. It is free 99. It does not cost you anything. All you will have to do is subscribe. Okay. Also, if you enjoy the content, please go ahead and blow dry on that like button for me. It helps out with the way our content is shared and distributed on these YouTube streets. Okay. All right. So, without further ado, I got 10 reasons. Okay. 10 reasons. And I want y'all's input. And I got some notes here. Okay. So let me get reason number one up here and let's break this down. Let's break this down. Let me see what y'all's thoughts are on reason number one. The importance on setting boundaries, why it's so important, especially on social media. I have found that you wouldn't think, well, of course, you would think you do need to set boundaries in your real day to day life as well as online. But I feel, and I have learned from personal experience, that even more so online, setting personal boundaries is vital because you just never know who you're going to come into contact with and what kind of crazy or not they are going to be. Okay. I'm just keeping that all the way real. And with that being said, we're talking about 10 great things that can happen when you get it made up in your mind to set boundaries for yourself, because that's when great things do truly start to happen, especially, and I'm speaking from the standpoint of being a person who is online with a social media presence. But these 10 things can definitely be applied to anyone in your day-to-day life. So, number one says that you become more self-aware, right? And basically, we know that self-awareness is the art of recognizing your needs and feelings as your own. Basically, not being tied to any person or your environment. It's basically where you're going to create your own limitations and become self-aware, you know? Hey, Charlene, thank you so much for coming in. Feel free to chime in, hon. We're just sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. Charlene, I'm trying to operate in consistency. I have been one to procrastinate. I would come home from work and be like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that live. Trust me, I wanted to do it. But guess what? I'm here, y'all. And I'm here because I'm going to work out when I get done with this live. Y'all see, I'm going to work out. And I just need to be more consistent. Okay. So let me go back off camera because I get distracted when I'm on camera. That's why I'm not on camera. I get distracted from what I'm trying to say. But I know some people do want to see you. Okay. So going back behind the Abby. And thank you so much. So, self-awareness. That's one of the great things that can definitely happen when you set boundaries. And we're talking personal boundaries. Does anyone have anything that they want to add to that one? Again, I just have 10. Self-awareness. You become more self-aware. And again, that is the art of recognizing your needs and your feelings as your own. You understand the environment, especially, this is especially vital on social media. Okay. When boundaries come into play, according to many researchers, this is a way of like establishing your own personal fences. And they say it can do wonders for your well-being. You're not necessarily throwing up a wall, but you are putting up fences. And you're kind of placing that little fence in between you and any outside danger that may be lurking. And outside danger can be intentional and it can also be unintentional. And you don't want to just operate naively. I can give you guys an example. When I came onto these streets, I was naive to the dangers. Now, obviously, I know and knew, okay, you just don't talk to everybody. You don't share your personal information with any stranger online. But then, say, for example, you come across someone who seems very sweet and innocent and kind, and they're warm and they're loving and they're kind of cozying up to you, but then only to find out they're not exactly who their persona presents as. That can be devastating. That is particularly devastating when you don't have boundaries in place. Okay, that is an example. Okay. So, in other words, boundaries are not a way to keep people out. It's simply a way to help make our experience more enjoyable for us as well as our loved ones. Okay. So, that was number one. Number two, and we're talking 10 great things that can happen when you set boundaries. Okay. And the importance. And I would love to hear y'all's feedback on this matter. And I apologize if I'm smacking my gum. Y'all know me and my gum. Let me see. I seen Miss Full Roller said something. Thank you, Charlene said. Great topic. Thank you for the share. And yes, Miss Full Roller said it definitely helps and the foundation for doing so. Yes. And I agree with that point as well, Miss Full Roller. It keeps you as an autonomous individual. Yes. And shout out Miss Full Roller, y'all. Miss Full Roller's birthday is today. So wish her a happy birthday, y'all. All right. All right, let me get back to number two. So, number two, this is another great thing that can happen when you have figured out and learned and mastered the art of setting boundaries for yourself. Okay. We've already established that this is not a way of keeping people out, but more so of a way of keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself protected, grounded, and rooted. Okay. To set a boundary is pretty much to recognize the need for healthy separation between our thoughts and our feelings and the thoughts and feelings of others. Boundaries aren't barriers or walls. And I know oftentimes, speaking for myself, we tend to view it as, well, why are they putting up boundaries? Why are they putting up brick walls? No, we're not putting up brick walls. We're putting up little mini fences for our mental and our psyche. But number two, you actually become a better friend and partner. If you're married, a better spouse. Boundaries actually have been known to make it possible to allow yourself to recharge. And when you're not totally tapped out, you have more energy to devote to ones that you love. Okay? You're also more respectful of the needs of those you love. If you don't set limits, then others will set it for you. Period. Period, point blank. If we don't set limits for ourselves, others will set limits for us. Okay? And people are less effective without the limits or boundaries. All right. Now, number three. The number three reason for why it's important to set boundaries for yourself and the amount of greatness it brings into your life. Let's get that up there. And you all feel free to chime in at any moment. And this is a big one. Number three is that you take better care of yourself. You simply start to take better care of yourself. Boundaries kind of help us to prioritize our own well-being, plain and simple. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me go out and refresh to make sure I can see y'all's comments, because I would hate it if I was missing any comments, but I think y'all may just be being quiet on me, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I don't want to miss you if y'all are commenting. Okay, there y'all go. Oh my God, I was missing comments, huh? Wow. Okay, I'm in live chat. Yes, and heck yes on number three. Miss Full Roller said, yes, yes, and self-care. Right, Charlene? Wonder why my comments aren't showing up. Okay, there they go. They're just super slow. All right, there we go. Yes, y'all do have some of the same thoughts, Charlene. All right. So number three, taking better care of ourselves. This is one of the amazing things that happen when we set boundaries in place for ourselves. Again, it helps us to prioritize our own well-being. And one thing that I found it kind of difficult to do, but honey, I don't have this problem anymore, was in the beginning when I started trying to really hone in on setting these boundaries. My thoughts was I didn't want people to feel like I was being standoffish or like I wasn't making myself available or approachable, because I was looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, I'm an online content creator and I'm trying to establish a following, and I want my followers and supporters to be able to feel as though I'm approachable, and I'm friendly and that they can come to me. However, because of past negative experiences, I realized that I needed to set some boundaries in place. Okay. And I wanted to understand how to do that in a healthy way without making it seem as though I was putting up walls. I wanted to set healthy boundaries. Okay. So the first thing I had to do was understand that this was not selfish to take care of myself and my own needs. Okay. Now, obviously, we're going to still consider the needs of others, but researchers state that it makes you more effective and less burned out if you set limits in place and boundaries and you take care of yourself. Okay? So let me see what y'all are saying. Y'all are giving me some great feedback. Miss Fullroller says, yep, I'm still learning this after all these years. Right, Miss Fullroller? I swear I learn something new every single day. Every single day. And I'm definitely learning and really, really embracing loving on myself, taking care of myself, and just being a better me. I feel like if I take care of me and work on me, then I can pour out more to those around me. You know what I mean? Miss Fullbrother says, I have heard the saying, those that don't mind matter and those who mind matter. Now that's good. I've heard the saying, those that don't mind matter and those who do mind or who mind don't matter. Ooh, that was a tongue twister, but it sounds good. It makes sense. See, Miss Full Roller be coming up in here with that OG wisdom on us, that seasoned wisdom. Hey, Mr. Fulton, how are you? Some strawberry cheesecake. Okay. I like cherry cheesecake really over strawberry, but thank you. So yeah, number 3 was basically in a nutshell, we got to start taking better care of ourselves. Okay? And we can do that by setting healthy boundaries. All right? So let's look at reason number 4. Let's look at reason number 4. One of the great things that happen when you have healthy boundaries set in place for yourself, you figure out and you realize and you identify that you are less stressed. Okay, that alone, that right there, they could have ended this. They could have ended everything. This was it for me. It was the less stress part for me. Charlene says, life is a learning journey. It's not even about age from my perspective, Miss Full Roller. Yes. So true. So true, Charlene. You would be surprised. You would be surprised who you can learn something from if you're open to learning. Mm-hmm. So, what the note stated as I was trying to write down stuff. You're less stressed, constantly allowing the needs of others to dictate your behavior can be super exhausting because everyone basically has problems or stress of some type of varying degree, one degree or another. Now, without boundaries, healthy boundaries, of course, in place, we as people would simply absorb the stress from around us, and then our own psychological resources get drained. And I know y'all got to know exactly what I'm talking about. You could wake up and get ready to go out and start your day, and Jim Jones, John, or whoever contacts you, and they just got a bunch of drama going on, okay? They talking about the light bill about to get shut off, they behind on their rent, they phone bill due, and they basically low-key dry begging. Okay? They dry begging, but they ain't coming out and asking you. Well, that's gonna automatically shoot your stress level up through the roof. Cause for one, you done already sat up here and budgeted and planned your bills out, but now you got Jim Jones John trying to sit up here and dry bag on you about all they drama and all they stress. When you have healthy boundaries in place, okay? You don't have those problems. You do not have those problems. We cannot constantly allow the needs of others to dictate what our behavior is going to be because it is very exhausting. It is very, very exhausting, and it will definitely drain you. Okay? Definitely. Okay? I had to use an example, right? And then the other thing that the experts suggest when we do that, when we allow people to kind of just pour on us like that, we kind of set ourselves up or put ourselves at risk by taking on everyone else's problems in addition to our own problems. Sometimes we go and ignore our own situations entirely. But if you have reasonable, healthy boundaries in place, you know how to nip that in the bud in a loving, respectful way, of course, so that you don't have to take on that additional stress. And then you are able to be number four, less stressed. That's right, me first. Yes, yes, Charlene. You said you ain't never heard of dry begging? Girl, but I bet you done had some people come up and dry beg. That's an old school saying. That is an old school saying there. You already put in your application to borrow that phrase. Go on ahead, honey. You can have it. You can have it, honey, because I can't stand folk coming around me dry begging. I'm like, look here, man. I got children, grandchildren, and my own household. I can't take you on. I'm just saying. But that was an example. Charlene said, and some folks just keep coming with that energy, right? And it doesn't even always have to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary, you know. Like, and I'll use another example, and I'll use myself. When I was first getting started with my channel, I knew absolutely nothing about editing, about how to even put a video onto YouTube. I knew nothing. So I was always asking a lot of questions. I was very inquisitive, and I began to feel like, oh my God, I'm going to run my friends off who are, more experienced with this because I am always low key dry begging them to show me how to do this, show me how to do that. Or can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you put this together? Can you know what I'm saying? And I began to say, you know what, Panda, you got to quit because you're going to make it to where they quit coming around. Why don't you just take the time to step back and actually watch some tutorials, and look at some different videos that actually teach so that you can learn? And that's what I had to do. Back up and take baby steps. And I did that because I didn't want to absorb my friends or put more stress on them because they felt like they had to, carry me. You know what I'm saying? Or do everything for me. And then also, what would I do when they weren't around if I was so codependent on them doing everything for me? You know what I mean? So that's another example of that. So definitely you are less stressed. Miss Full Roller said, girl, yes, for real. All right. Now, number 5. When you have healthy boundaries in place, you do tend to become a better communicator. Yes, Miss Full Roller said, yes, I get exactly what you're saying. Yes, and I felt so much better because even though people were willing to take the time out, because I do think that even the few little things that I've learned when people ask me, I'm happy and excited to show them how to do it because I remember being in that position and needing to know, and you know what I'm saying? But I also just didn't want people to feel like, oh my God, here come that dang sickening A Pandy. Oh, I almost cursed y'all. Here come that sickening ASS Pandy. She's going to be asking us how to do this and how to do that. And I just didn't want to be that person. So, number 5. Basically, in order to really establish healthy boundaries, you have to clearly state what it is that you are willing or not willing to tolerate. So this means being very clear, being very concise, very direct. Expressing our own needs will allow us to be more transparent. All of these characteristics are elements of good communication. So, yes, having healthy boundaries in place can even help you to become a better communicator. It really is best to just be straight up. Okay? It really is. And also, I wrote down, what did I see? Communicate rather than anticipate or expect that other people will respect or understand your limits. And I hate to use the word limits, even though that's what I wrote. I much rather substitute that word with boundaries. So communicate rather than anticipate or expect that other people will respect or understand your boundaries. Setting a healthy boundary doesn't require a long, convoluted justification, just simple, clear communication. Simple, clear communication is all you need. And that will happen for you when you have healthy boundaries in place for yourself. Oh, I don't understand why my StreamYard is so behind y'all. I'm looking at my phone and I can see y'all's comments, and it's taking forever for them to show up so I can put them up on the screen. So Charlene says, don't get me wrong. Sometimes folks need to vent, but when it turns into complaining all the time, it's not tolerated by me anymore. Exactly, Charlene. I feel like on one hand, we do want to be open because some people do truly need to vent, but if every time you see me, you need to vent, or if every time you see me, it's not never, hey Pandi, how's it going? How you been? How's the family? How's YouTube coming for you? You don't never have any words of encouragement or inspiration. It's, girl, I got this going on, I got that going on, I'm so stressed out. Like, you're constantly pouring all of your issues onto me. If I did have anything positive going on, I now am so weighed down by all that you just poured on me. That's not a equal, that's just not good. Y'all know what I mean, I hope. Okay. Let's see. Charlene also says, yes, there is a self power about setting boundaries. Exactly. I agree. I agree. And I don't know why I never really looked at that before, Charlene, but you are so correct. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever talk about what happened to me here on this platform because I don't want to be negative and go back into the old Pandi, because the old Pandi is a cussing Pandi. Okay. And I ain't trying to go there. But when stuff happens, you really hone into the fact that, yeah, man, I got to make sure I got some clean, clear, concise communication and some definite healthy boundaries in place, because I ain't the one. Okay. I ain't the one. Ain't the one or the two or the three or the four. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you so much for being here too. I appreciate y'all. So, number 6. This is another amazing thing that happens when we have healthy boundaries set in place for ourselves. You actually get to the place where you start being able to trust people more. Now, obviously, you're not going to let your guard down completely because no one wants to be taken advantage of. And ultimately, you have to take your time with building and establishing relationships, be that with friends, family, co-workers, social acquaintances, what have you. But when you have healthy boundaries set in place, you do find it easier to kind of give people the benefit of the doubt and at least open the door to trust. Okay. Now, people tend to worry that, you know, they'll hurt you or upset people by setting boundaries and limits. And that's what we tend to mess up because we tend to say, well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or, maybe I'll let down my boundaries this time because I don't want to come off this way. Not a good idea. We can't be worried about, who's going to be upset or what have you based on our own healthy boundaries that we set in place for our own self. Okay, that's just wrong. For many, love and approval are tied to pleasing others. And setting limits sometimes means that you're taking a risk that you may not be loved or accepted. And guess what? Okay, everybody ain't gonna like you. When we engage in that type of behavior, experts suggest that you're actually acting out of a place of control or even fear. Expressing your healthy boundaries to others means that you are trusting them to handle those emotions that you are conveying. And more trust always leads to better relationships. Okay? Food for thought, guys. Some food for thought. And on to number 7. On to number 7. When you have healthy boundaries in place, you will find that you are less angry. I can tell y'all about so many times I just walked around with a straight me mug. And some people tell me now, I can't even believe that. I would never believe that about you. And I'm like, girl, little do you know. Little do you know, honey. I'm still under construction. I'm a work in progress. I am a work in progress. Let me see. Miss Full Roller said something. Let me see what your comment said, Miss Full Roller, before I move on. Oh, my comments are so delayed on StreamYard. I got to figure out how to bring my speed up. Miss Full Roller said, yes, it comes from a place of insecurity when we have no boundaries. I am learning that. I'm really learning to wrap my mind around that one, Miss Full Roller. But it makes perfect sense. Hey, good evening, Crystal's Journey. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here. And feel free to join in the conversation. We are just talking about 10 great things that happen to and for us when we set healthy boundaries for ourselves. Okay. And the reason why it's important to do so for our own personal psyche. All right. So, number 7 is you are less angry. Basically, when you don't have healthy boundaries set in place, that pretty much gives other people the power over you. And it can lead to anger. It can definitely make you upset. You may tend to let people get away with things that are not okay. And then if you find yourself doing that, all that leads to is even more anger, resent, and hate. And oftentimes it's self-hate, which is never a healthy space to be in. Okay. Now, there are ways to establish limits or set those healthy boundaries without being abrasive. The most important thing is to be strong in your conviction. And By saying that, I feel like you don't have to be rude. We don't have to be abrasive. We don't have to be disrespectful. You can be stern. You can be your loving self. Okay. But you need to make it clear through clear communication. Hey, this is what it is. Don't cross this line. Okay. And we good. Just don't cross this line. You guys are saying some awesome things. Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, if you have not done so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on the like button. Also, if you have the ability to share out the stream, please do so. And if you are not connected with one another in the stream, please feel free to connect, cross support each other in the stream. Now let's take a look at number 8. And we only got 10, so we are almost through my list, guys. And thank you again for being here. I appreciate it. It is Friday, so I'm not going to keep you long. That line in the sand, you bet not cross. Right, Miss Full Roller. Please don't cross the virtual line. Okay. So, yes, now number 8. Who has a problem with this? Who has a problem with this? Does anyone in here have a problem with this, or is it just easy to be like, nope, can't do it? Hey, Shannon, welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here, Shannon. I hope you're doing well. Who has an issue with this? Again, we are discussing 10 amazing things that happen when you have healthy boundaries set in place for yourself, and just kind of breaking it down, the reason why it's so important, for our own personal reasons, so that we can continue to flourish and grow. Miss Full Roller says, Miss Full Roller, is your hand raised because you have a problem with saying no? Because something tells me you do not have a problem with saying no. And you guys, please wish Miss Full Roller a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. Okay. Please wish her a happy birthday. We can drop some cakes up in there. Send her our happy birthday wishes. No may be a small word to some, but it's actually a very powerful word. Okay. This is actually one of the most basic ways of establishing healthy boundaries. And it's basically a way to show people that you're declining something that you simply don't want to have to process or deal with, or that you simply don't have the capacity to handle at the time. No mean no. Okay. And like what Miss Full Roller said, this right here, that line in the sand, you bet not cross it. Okay. No means no. Oh, uh-oh. I was trying to get Shannon up there. Welcome in the Shore Shannon Show. Okay, and Miss Full Roller said, raise high, sis, but I have gotten so much better with it since I've gotten more seasoning under my belt. Oh my God, I love telling people, oh my God, Miss Full Roller, I be at work and I be having to tell these younger girls, honey, you are still lightly seasoned, honey. I'm a little more well seasoned than you. So let me break this down for you. There has been videos where I have to tell people, like my big sis will say, I'm still lightly seasoned, even though I feel like I'm a little bit more seasoned, but I guess I'm still lightly seasoned. I love that. But yes, one of the perks. Shannon said, I'm lightly seasoned. See, Shannon, I opted to not drop the link tonight because you know I was having problems last week with StreamYard. I was like 5 minutes behind y'all. Oh my God, when I watched the replay, that was horrible. I was talking over you guys and everything. I don't know what is up with that, but that is why I'm up here. All right, and I'm in my workout clothes, so I'm not looking the greatest to be on camera right now. But anyway, we're talking about number 8. And again, we're dealing with 10 things that happen. So we've already established that that is one of the most powerful words that we can say. Okay. And it's also a basic way of establishing a healthy boundary because it's showing the person that you are setting the boundaries with that, look, this is a no for me. And it could be a hard no or it could be a soft no, but no all the same. Okay. So let's go on to number 9. And we are almost done and we are doing perfect with time. We are going to be out of here in about the next 7 minutes or so. I'm going to just give y'all a few updates for what I got going on the rest of this week, leading into the weekend, and check in to see what y'all have going on so I can come on through and cross support. And hope you all enjoy your weekend. So, number 9. When you have healthy boundaries set in place for yourself, okay, you tend to actually end up doing things that you actually want to do. Okay, you tend to do the things that you want to do because you've became more self-aware. You're now operating as a better friend and a better partner. You've learned that you need to take better care of yourself. You know that you are now less stressed. You're communicating better. You're a better communicator. You've opened up and you started to trust a little bit more. And you're not even as angry as you used to always walk around, all mad and stuff. And most importantly, you have learned how to say no. Okay. So, with all that taken into consideration, you've started exercising your right to say no. You freed up more opportunity to do the work and activities that you actually desire to do. Boundaries open up the possibilities for many life changing benefits. They actually help us to respond more effectively to the demands of our time and our energy. Okay? Food for thought. Food for thought. And again, the healthy boundaries are not to be confused with walls or barriers, more many fences. Many fences. Okay. Now, last but certainly not least, out of 10 great things that can happen for you when you've accepted and embraced setting healthy boundaries for yourself, you become a more understanding person. You simply become more understanding. This makes sense because if you're compassionate towards yourself about what you can or cannot tolerate, you're actually better able to express that to other people who may or may not have their own boundaries that they want to follow. This will ultimately lead us to a more fulfilling life. You will find that you have a much more warmer personality. And you'll also start to take notice that the relationships around you become more fulfilling, and all of these things are simply because you've identified 10 great things that can happen by setting healthy boundaries for yourself. And that is pretty much the conclusion for today's conversation, y'all. Again, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. From the start, we learned the importance of being more self aware, becoming a better friend and partner. We talked about the importance of taking better care of ourselves. We discussed how this leads to us being less stressed. We also talked about being a better communicator. We talked about trusting people, operating in less anger, learning to say no to people. It's okay to say no, okay? We also learned the importance of how doing all these things helps us to end up doing the things that really matter to us. And that in the end, how we will ultimately become a much more understanding person in the end because we have set those healthy boundaries for ourselves. So I have really enjoyed this conversation, y'all. And I really appreciate you guys' feedback in the chat. Uh-uh. Oh my God. Here he go. Here he go. You know she gonna get you, Shannon. You already know. You never thought of that with boundaries? What part, Shannon? What part? The ability to be able to do more of what you would really want to do, or the part about being more understanding, or coming across as a more understanding person? I never thought about these things either, but it's this book that I'm reading, and I saw those things in, and I said, this would be a great conversation because I really feel like, especially for us as online content creators or people with an online presence, we're not necessarily considered influencers because we're not quite that large. We don't have the following, but we do have a small following. And I really feel that it's important for us to identify and establish some healthy boundaries because you never know when that next video or that next live stream is going to spiral and spin us out into uh viral viral visibility. And what we want to do is make sure that we have established some healthy boundaries because you need to have them in place. You need to have them in place so that you don't get caught slipping and so that you can handle the attention. And I feel like they're also interchangeable and can be applied to our day-to-day lives right now. Because I'll be honest, like I said at the top of this live, when I first started my channel, I wasn't naive to boundaries, but sometimes you can be misled or led astray because you don't have those boundaries up in place and you're just a little too trusting and a little too open. And I really agree with having healthy boundaries, making you a better person, a better communicator, a better friend, partner. I really just, all those reasons, those 10 great reasons resonated with me. And so I came here to share. But you already know, Shannon, when Kim see this or hear about this, she gonna get you. She gonna get you. hmm Testing the boundaries of your greatness. She is going to get you. Oh my goodness. So what is everyone's plans for the weekend? Anybody got any big plans for the weekend before we get out of here? Nope. I do not have any major plans. I am going to do my workout. I'm going to record. I'm getting ready to participate, God willing, in this 30-day squat challenge that my um, co-workers have initiated. It's a Healthy Fit for Women challenge. And so we have this schedule, and I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to hang. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. So you're starting off with 10 squats, then 15, then 20, then we'll have a day of rest. Then we'll presume or resume, and we'll just constantly go up and up and up until you end at day 30 with 140 squats. Now, I ain't even going to front. I'm probably not going to make it to 140 squats, but I am going to try. And I am going to record it and share it here on the channel. And if any of you all want to jump in and participate, please feel free to do so and definitely tag me in it, and I will support and share. Okay? That's a way we can cross support. Now, see, Shannon, she gonna get you. You plan on using a smoker? Ooh, that sounds good. What you gonna be smoking? You gonna be smoking some ribs, some brisket, some fish? What you gonna be smoking? That sound good. Now, see, I need a plate, and I don't even need to be thinking about no plate. I'm supposed to be thinking about working out. Miss Full Roller said, "Nope, no big plans other than coming on tomorrow." What time are you gonna be coming on tomorrow, Miss Full Roller? I feel like every time I lay down to take a nap on Saturday, I end up missing Geo, and I end up missing you. When Geo was coming on for her drop the link at 8, I'm like, oh my God, I done slept through it. And y'all know I'm also working on taking my behind to sleep at a regular hour because I don't know why I be up all night. And my husband even be getting on me like, take your behind the bed. But I don't be sleepy. So I feel like I stay up and try to do all kind of stuff. And then, I wear myself out and then I get tired. But then I'll go to sleep and sometimes get up off of 2, 3, 4 hours sleep. And that ain't good. That's not healthy at all. Okay, 9:30 Eastern. Okay, Miss Full Roller. Look at Shannon said, ain't nobody scared. Shannon, you just like to get a reaction out of these ladies. I think it just tickles you to get a reaction out of them. Steak maybe. Ooh, that sounds good. Is it still daylight where you are? Because it is straight up dark where I'm at. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sitting here reading my cousin sending me texts. Wonder how she's sending me texts. I'm gonna have to call her when I get off of here. Yeah, Miss Forrella, I'm like, okay, y'all are doing a bit much. Look, they gonna be good if they get 25 squats out of me. But I'm gonna try to hang. And I'm gonna need all of my YouTube supporters to come on in the comment section and encourage me and push me to go on. In fact, to join me. Now, I did try to start a squat challenge last year or maybe the year before with Really T and Boss Lady Denise. And honey, I think I got up to 30. And when I tell you my legs and thighs was on fire, please, honey, that was it. And I was seeing their videos and they was counting all up to 50 and 100. I was like, girl, Pandi been on the floor. I will be on the floor. But I'm going to give it a good, honest try and try to see how far I can go. Because like I said, baby, I need to get some of this pudge up off of me, honey. I'm sitting here paying for this gym membership. But I'm still a little leery about going into the gym, even though they lifted all the mass restrictions and all that. I simply have a very weak immune system, and when I get sick, I always end up in the hospital. And that's a story I'm gonna come on and give a story time on, but just not yet. So then maybe it'll make more sense to y'all, like why I have those bouts where I'm sorry, y'all, I was sick. You know, we'll get there. Okay, so Miss Full Roller is gonna be live tomorrow at 9:30. Yeah, and you know what's so weird about this Miss Full Roller? Me being naturally a night owl. When I was younger, I could never stay up past 9, 10 o'clock. But now I can't even close my eyes until like 2, 3 in the morning. And knowing I be having to get up at like 6 o'clock and go work a whole shift. And I do it every single day. And I keep telling myself I'm not gonna do it no more. And I do it anyway. So who knows? I'm trying to stop myself from doing that though. Shannon laughing. He said it's almost dark there. Okay, you got me beat on the squats. Toe up from the flow up. Not toe up from the flow up, but not for that reason, for that phrase. Oh my goodness. You had to stop burning the candle at both ends. Yes. Oh my G. Let me tell you, for one, I just can't do it no more. I cannot do it no more. My mental clarity, I be tired at work come the middle of the day. It just be too much. It be too much. It be too much. And then for whatever reason, I be at work like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home. I'm taking a shower and I'm gonna crash. And then when I get home, I get all this energy and I start sitting up trying to do this and do that. And the next thing you know, it be 2, 3 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God, I should have came home and rested. And my one coworker will be like, girl, did you go home and rest? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then there's all kind of TV shows that I've been saying I want to catch up on. Not necessarily TV shows, but like different things on Netflix that I want to watch. Like seriously new stuff and then a few documentaries that I want to catch. I have not even taken a moment to do that. So again, that goes back to setting those boundaries, okay? So again, if you weren't in here in the beginning, I said that since we are no longer hosting the Drop the Link Day streams, Friday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time was my day. So those are going to be the days that I actually come on and just try to sit down and chit chat, chop it up with y'all. Kind of like this. Sometimes I will have topics similar to like what I had tonight. Last week we talked about moving in silence, what it means to us to move in silence. Do we feel like it's necessary or not? Hey, Showtime! I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for coming in. Great to see you. Showtime, I think the last time I seen you, you told me you was getting ready to leave YouTube. So I assumed that you did. I'm gonna have to come on over and check you out now. I see you still here. Okay. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing these regular live streams on Friday nights, just chit chat. Y'all know how we do. Whenever I find a conversation. Also on um Mondays, I do have a weekly premiere, and it is my motivational Monday. I try to give you some type of inspiration or motivation on Mondays. Okay, Wednesdays, I got my Hump Day Hair Chronicles that I put out. Those are just showcasing my natural hair journey as well as my wigs. Y'all know I love me old nasty piece of wig, honey. Even though I'm a naturalista, I still love me old nasty piece of wig, okay? And then on Fridays, I got my Fresh Skincare Fridays. And I truly thank and appreciate y'all who have been supporting those premieres and those uploads because that have been helping me out tremendously with my analytics, okay? All right. So, okay. You just don't go live much on YouTube. Got it. Y'all, Showtime's channel, I don't know if he still does this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Showtime. But Showtime just be over there playing the old school cuts. When I say the old school cuts, I'm talking about that good music. That good music from the 70s and the 80s. Okay? And some 90s. But mostly them good old 80s. And yeah, he just be in there grooving, just in there chilling. I done sat up in his stream many a times, just chilling and reminiscing or working while I'm listening to the music. So everyone who is not connected in the chat, definitely feel free to cross support and connect with one another before we get up out of here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow. So tomorrow we do know that Miss Full Roller's going live at 9:30. She is also a music guru. Sundays is old school when you do go live. Okay, cool. Um, be sure that you blow dry on the like button. Yes. Frankie Beverly says Shannon. And Showtime says Sundays old school music. Yes. So yeah, I was supposed to be doing a live stream tomorrow where we were going to actually do like an online tutorial on a wig installation because a few ladies had asked me to do that a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to keep it a buck. I haven't really gotten any confirmation from these women as to whether or not they're planning to appear. And because, like I mentioned earlier, last week when I dropped my link, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because I'm in the country and my Wi-Fi is just sucky, but whenever I try to share my link and bring people up on the panel with me, it's like I get to lagging all behind. And then when I watch the replay, it's like I'm talking all over them and it just looks like crap. And I just don't like it. So when I get off of here, I'm going to check my email and I'm going to check my DMs to see if anybody did in fact confirm. If no one confirmed, I am trying to break my procrastination habit. So I'm not going to cancel the live. I'm going to still do the live and I'll just do it by myself now. So that live that is set for tomorrow at I believe 5 or 5:30 Eastern, whatever, I'm still going to be on. I'm going to be on camera and we going to make it do what it do. Okay? So for now, y'all, I'm going to bring this one to a close. We've already been on about an hour and 15 minutes. It's Friday, so I don't want to keep you guys. And I have my workout clothes on. And while I'm motivated to actually do these squats, I want to get in here and do these squats because, yeah, your girl's trying to get it together. Okay? So I can get cute come June and July. Okay? I got family coming down and I want to be cute. Okay? Now, Pandi ain't never going to be no skinny girl, but I want to be cute and a little bit more fit. Okay? All right. So I think that was everything, guys, as far as updates from me. I'm going to go ahead and bring this one to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed the information tonight on healthy boundaries. Definitely set them healthy boundaries for yourself. Don't let nobody catch you slipping. Don't let nobody come dry begging and get you all caught up in your feelings. None of that foolishness. Okay? At the end of the day, it's about our own inner peace and well-being. All right? So again, if you did not remember to blow dry on the like button, please do so for me. Also, again, Miss Full Roller, enjoy the rest of your beautiful birthday. Okay, I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for moderating tonight. All right. I'm sitting here trying to get out of here so I can put my little outro on and we're going to be out because I'm already getting sleepy, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I enjoyed the conversation. I really enjoyed the conversation, y'all. All right, y'all. Until next time, stay safe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace. Thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with your girl. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you were thoroughly entertained. And if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It is free 99 after all. It doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to share me with a friend, family member, or on your other social media platforms. Let's help each other grow. Once again, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. Thank you so much for taking a moment to come on over and kick it with your girl. Until next time, you all stay safe out there, stay encouraged, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.